CT studies didn't have the resolution, the physical photography to be able to capture the brain. Here on the left is a contemporary CT scan where we have a nice, pretty clear picture where we can pick out some of the major structures of the brain. On the other side is the kind of CT scans that were available then. They couldn't really tell anything other than saying that those large holes, they're called ventricles, those large C-shaped dark spots in the middle, were larger, which essentially, and those are actually fluid, that center part. That's how a lot of the inner workings of the brain that need to circulate in fluid circulate. They were larger, meaning the rest of the brain was smaller. So we have the same story. We have just kind of a diffuse, non-specific, something's wrong, but we can't yet see what. So that then started the series of studies that I was able to do at CAMH, looking very, very indirectly at the brain. Now, the first thing that we wanted to do, again, was to replicate the basic IQ finding. Now, at CAMH, we test between 250 and 300 sex offenders per year. The majority of them are sex offenders against children. And it's a standard part of our assessment to include neuropsychological testing, including IQ testing. Because, of course, that gives us an objective means of knowing what kinds of treatment groups to assign a person to. We receive, as you might guess, very many low IQ people, and we put them in treatment groups that are lighter on, for example, reading materials or very, very complicated materials. Now, in our lab, of course, we also do philometry, which let me divide the groups according to the people who responded the most to pictures depicting children, stimuli depicting pubescent age children, roughly ages 11 to 14, versus, we call them the teleophiles, people who are sexually most interested in adults. So when I divide them according to their phallometric results, I get the same, very dramatic differences in IQ. The teleophiles